Our pediatric hospital didn't get a lot of patients. We had less than 10 COVID patients in pediatrics. You know, it's not a main pediatric disease, but we were completely really shut down. I mean, you know, the whole operation is you know, greatly curtailed, and we are coming back. You have a question here?
I think we're live. Yeah, we're not. I can't see it, but maybe.
Oh, okay. The countdown's down. Okay.
We're live. Okay.
We're going live. And I don't see it. Oh, 27, 28, 20. Oh, we are live. Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening to all of our guests. Today, thank you for joining us for Facebook Live, Unlocking the Secrets of EoE Book Launch. This is a premier Grow a Generation event. We are waiting for a picture to arrive. Sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Okay, so we are having some technical difficulties, but I understand you can hear me. Let me continue. Before we get to that, let me introduce myself. My name is Ellen Cavanaugh. I'm the CEO of Grow Generation, the director of the Odyssey Fellowship Lab at PA Distance Learning Charter School. Our company's mission is to make meaningful projects possible, and we partner with schools and students to do just that. For example, PA Distance Learning Charter School, who is dedicated to unlocking the potential of students. We facilitate amazing collaborations, like the one between Dr. Rothenburg here and his lab and our authors, John Underhill and Caitlin DeRochers, Mayana Christensen, and Andrew Glasser. As I mentioned, this is our first time on a Facebook Live event, and so we are troubleshooting some of the technology as we continue. I'm eager to know who you are, so we have a gift card that'll be given to a name drawn at random for those of you that introduce yourselves in the comments. Hello, Jeremy and Katie and Raquel. Writing books in a fellowship is always at least a year of work. And this one actually took 2 years. It involved a lot of research, a lot of trying to understand the research, communications with mentors and revisions, all during these very limited 45-minute sessions. It is a project with no grade, a project that can only financially benefit a charity, and so truly a gift by the students involved. Ordinarily, we would celebrate completed books with a book launch where people get to greet the authors and get a signed copy. But you realize now with the pandemic that we've had to reshape what we're doing, and we're particularly humbled to present this inaugural Facebook Live during the National Eosinophil Awareness Week. We truly appreciate eosinophil researchers and scientists who are working hard to unlock the secrets of eosinophil biology and related diseases. You are inspiring and amazing. Facebook Lives lets us share this book not only with those who would have gathered locally for a book signing, but with all of you. So thank you for attending. So leave a comment and of course click the like button. You'll notice that Zabrion, one of our best Grow Generation project managers, is pinning a contest to the comment section. And keep watching, leave comments to enter your name for an Amazon card. In a little while, we'll be giving away a 3D printed Eosinophil Warrior pendant and the possibility of winning a free book. So what I want you to do right now is sit back, grab a beverage, and let's watch the trailer for this amazing book.
This is John. John lives with a burning pain in his throat for an hour or two after he eats specific foods. It hurts very badly, and John finds a new food every day that causes his throat problems. Now, John and his friends wanted to write a book to raise awareness. Eosinophilic associated diseases are on the rise, yet many patients suffering from these disorders go undiagnosed for years due to a lack of information or awareness of these diseases. John, who lives with eosinophilic esophagitis, wanted to learn more about the disease. He gathered his friends, Caitlin and Andrew, to join him on a quest to unlock the secrets of EoE. Come along with these brave adventurers as
I
they
can be
meet
heard
the
right
mighty
now. They are
wizard
playing the
Rothenburg,
video. It's
who
up on
leads them through the
Facebook.
valley of the
Okay,
esophagus.
I can't hear any sound on Facebook, so I'm hoping it comes through.
As you embark on this journey, you will gain much knowledge when it comes to eosinophil associated diseases. This way, you can help us spread awareness.
I have it up on my phone.
This is extremely important because this information is so little known, and we need your help to spread it. All proceeds from this book will go toward Cincinnati Children's Hospital and the continuing efforts of Dr. Rothenburg to seek a cure for EoE. Will you join us on our quest?
Okay. Wow. So this is a difficult topic, difficult in the gravity of living with EoE and the difficulty of kids to comprehend some of the biology and genetics involved. I do want you to meet some of these amazing authors. And so, Caitlin, let's begin with you. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Caitlin DeRochers, and I'm a 7th grader at PA Distance. Before PA Distance, I was a fellow and wrote 2 other books, so this is my 3rd and definitely one of the coolest. I'm so excited to be here today, so thank you all for coming.
And we also have John Underhill here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is John Underhill. I am a 10th grader. Been working on this project for 2 years now. And it's just really nice to work on a project that I can be personally attached to, something that deals with what I and many other kids have to deal with on a regular basis. And I'm just glad everyone is here to support the book and the disease itself.
And he is being very modest. He's inspired us, and he's been very courageous sharing his story. Let me introduce another team member, Andrew Glasser.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew Glasser. Thank you guys for coming today. We're all excited to have you here. We've spent a lot of time working on this book, especially in the recent months. We wanted to get it pushed out and really get this book helping people. I joined in on the project late. They asked me to join in to kind of help with the storytelling side of the book because, you know, I'm an English teacher, not a science teacher. So all these genes and proteins and was pretty foreign to me. And I didn't even know how to pronounce eosinophilic esophagitis, but I don't think most people do. So that's kind of part of the importance of this book is you're learning a lot about something that more people need to know about, right? So I was excited to help tell this story and kind of turn it into a medieval adventure story that kids could grab onto and to turn Dr. Rothenburg into the wizard Rothenburg, right? So we hope that by creating this book, we can help further that research.
Speaking of the wizard, I'm going to ask Dr. Rothenburg to introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. This is very exciting for me. This is a tremendous opportunity to be finally recognized as the wizard, the research wizard focused on eosinophilic diseases, particularly with a focus on eosinophilic esophagitis. I'm very impressed by the students that are gathered together and worked so hard for the last 2 years to come together, learn so much, share information, and the camaraderie between so many people to have a product that's going to have a big impact. Congratulations to everyone. I'm really looking forward to the release of this book and getting it out there.
Thank you. Thank you. There are 4 people who are not on the screen that I do want to mention. Mayana Christensen is certainly on the cover. She was a brilliant project manager hired away from our company before the project was done, and unfortunately unable to get with us today on Hangouts. Mayana brought to the project her background of biology and prepared 2 really thorough videos that enabled, John can remember, we went painfully through them repeatedly until we really understood how genes and proteins and DNA operated together inside of cells. Jared Shaw is the second person I want to mention. He runs a great educational platform called Pixton. I think we drove him a little crazy when we used the art of Pixton to decorate the book in a way he didn't see. He was a very good sport. And like us, he's committed to doing all he can for the ongoing research of EoE. And Dr. Rothenberg, tell me if I'm pronouncing this right. Shauna Hottinger?
Yes, Shauna Hottinger, a fabulous medical editor that's part of our team and has played an essential role in editing the book and working together with the students. Very helpful and impactful person.
So, and you saw a brief image up there. Shauna was actually, they had an idea of putting the ACGT codes into the walls inside the castle. So some pretty cool images there. And then Daisy Chung is an award-winning science illustrator. She graciously let us use her image of the T-cell helper. I think she's in the room, not in the room that you can see her, but definitely in the comments section. So Daisy's work, if you get a chance to check out her website at daisychung.com, she does this detailed, exquisite work for Scientific America and other science magazines, and just incredible. There's her T-cell helper. There are a lot of great images in the book. John actually drew a couple, including an eosinophil warrior. He and I were able to take his creation and render it into 3D. And now there is an STL file for a 3D printable eosinophil warrior. And you can actually go out and get these out at Shapeways. But if you add a comment where you are from in the comments, so just tell us where you're from, you have a chance to win your very own 3D printed eosinophil warrior. Each of the authors with us picked out a page they want to talk about. And so I'm going to let them take this over for a second. Andrew, you have a page where we start out in the book. So take it over.
Sure. Yes. So this is where John has decided that he wants to go on this adventure and kind of find the secrets of EoE. So I hope I can do Wizard Rothenburg justice, but we'll see. It says, John, Caitlin, and Andrew travel to the Castle of Genetic Discovery, where they meet Wizard Rothenburg. We are the Knights of Knowledge. We are on a quest to destroy the mighty EoE beast. Can you help us? EoE, you say? I happen to know a thing or two about this so-called beast. Come with me. I was on my way to the Great Valley of the Esophagus. Okay. Next page. Wizard Rothenburg leads the knights through a mysterious doorway and up a set of dark stairs to start their journey. Act natural, brave knights, as we step into the Great Valley of the Esophagus. There we must meet the epithelial guards without setting off any alarms. And now John has a thought bubble that says, just thinking of my esophagus makes my throat hurt. I'm sure anybody here who deals with EoE understands that pain.
Oh, sorry. Caitlin, You are up. I do believe your page is at the part of the story that our heroes are inside the land of genes.
Yeah, this one had to be my favorite. I mean, if you can see that page, it's pretty funny. We took a while designing those different the different genes and stuff, and the page here, it reads, "The knights see the rogue proteins." Sorry, I said genes before. I meant proteins. Sorry. Okay. The knights see the rogue proteins, CAPN14, TSLP, and plow. They're called rogue because scientists are still trying to learn why they're behaving in an erratic and dangerous way. My name is CAPN14. I send out signals that distract the epithelial cell guards from doing their job. More proteins get past them, so there are more TSLPs calling for help. My name is TSLP. I send out extra protein signals. My signals tell the helper T cells to call more eosinophil monsters to fight intruders. My name is Plow. I send out extra signals that activate eosinophil monsters and make them release their little protease bombs.
Good job on all the pronunciations. Every time you did that, I could see Dr. Rothenberg going, yep, she got it. She got it.
Perfect, just perfect. Takes a lot of practice to get that right. You guys are very smart.
All right. And then John's page actually takes us into the Rothenberg lab where we see some of John's original artwork.
We do. This is my favorite page, not only because it has my artwork, but because it explains why Sphinx 7 is very important to the development and such of learning about EoE. It reads, Wizard Rothenberg leads the brave knights into a secret lab in the land of genes to learn about the legendary Sphinx 7 protein. Here is the legendary Sphinx 7 protein we captured in a cell not affected by the mighty EoE beast. If we could find a way to send it to the valley of the esophagus where the EoE beast is wreaking havoc, it could bring order. Alas, the mighty EoE beast has vanquished it there.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. And for all the work that you've done on the book, I really appreciate it. Something that I'll point out to you is the inside of the Sphinx 7 is actually what we found online as the illustration of the protein, duplicated over and over again. So we actually have like a Sphinx 7 illustration within the Sphinx 7, trying to learn more. Before I turn the mic over to Dr. Rothenberg, I wanted to mention to you that we have a third contest running. If you leave a comment on why you think eosinophil research is important, you will be entered to win a free book. So, and I'll mention Dr. Rothenberg. We have never had a mentor before been so forthcoming and quick to reply. You've been amazing. So please take over the mic and let us know some of the updates that are happening with eosinophil research.
Well, you guys have also been amazing. I've never met a group of people that have been so motivated and so inspiring, especially at such young ages. And I wish you and your classmates all the luck going forward. And you should continue to make such strong contributions and have success in everything you do. I can tell you that what you wrote about, which is amazing, started 2 years ago, but it's actually really cutting edge and up to date with what we're doing today. And it goes to show how much work goes into research, which takes a long time. And we're continuing to plow away each and every day on some of the subjects that you brought up in the book. Even today, we have a major finding. We're showing that the Sphinx 7, which is the anti-protease that you discussed in your book, is deficient in the disease Eosinophilic Esophagitis. And we've been able to block the effects of the Sphinx 7 loss by using another drug called alpha-1 antitrypsin. And that's very exciting to us. And this data means that we have a way to potentially treat the disease. And this is information that we're pursuing very avidly. We also know that medical research is so important, which we see from the COVID pandemic. We see an amazing amount of progress going on. When I first started in medical research, the biggest threat that we had was another infection, was really AIDS. And it took 10 years before the research community identified the AIDS causative virus, human immunodeficiency virus. But today, it only took 2 months to identify the causal agent for COVID. And that was because of all the investment in research. And I hope that that indicates to you and your classmates and the people who read this book the importance of this research, which has profound implications, and not only understanding and treating EoE in the future, but applying it to all different types of medical problems that are encountering, including COVID. In fact, based on this research, we've recently applied this to COVID, and we have some new ideas for how to treat it, which we're avidly pursuing, and we're optimistic about that as well. So Calpain 14 is right on target. We know that that's encoded for by the EoE gene, and we need to continue to understand how we can manipulate that gene, whether it be by drugs or by gene therapy or by re-educating the immune system. The immune system is really one of the most amazing, exciting components of the body, because just like you guys are students and learning so much, the immune system is dynamic and learning. And we know that we can educate the immune system because vaccination is very effective at curing different diseases. And my kids are over here. I want you to see my kids. They're running away now. Everyone, and they're trying to tell me what to say. They flashed up different pieces of paper. This is one of my daughters. She's running away. So please excuse me. We're working from home these days, many of us. I'd be happy to answer some questions to address anything you have, anything you'd like to know about. Ellen, we can't hear you again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, please ask your questions in the chat. I know that we have a strong standing from the Glasser family. Thank you. They have been quick to comment, and thank you. We have quite a bit of you in there. So far, no questions. I love the fact that we've made you into a wizard. I wonder if you can inspire some of the kids that we have that are both reading this book and working on other books. What is it they need to be studying right now in school?
Well, my interest in medical research started when I was about your age. And the reason it started was because I was curious. And I kept on asking questions. And I had great teachers like Ellen and Andrew. And I needed to find out more answers than we were learning by regular classrooms. So I pursued different experiments on my own. And I converted my house into a laboratory and took it from there. So I would encourage the kids in school to certainly pay strong attention to what the teacher is saying, but also pursue more. These extracurricular activities, like pursuing this book, is really something that inspires you personally, and it shows me, and it should convince you that you should reach high, because this is a very big accomplishment. So keep on pushing yourself and setting your goals very high, and I'm very confident that you'll reach them.
I like that. I like that. All right. So I will, if there's time, I'm going to keep an eye on the, all right. So we have a question from someone named Jennifer, forgive the pronunciation, Spink, right?
Spink.
And she said, is there a drug that makes up for the loss of Spink 7?
Yes, there is drugs that we are pursuing, which are called antiproteases, and some of them are currently used in patients for various indications, and we are now pursuing those. We are also looking to make what we call recombinant Spink 7, which is basically producing the Spink 7 ourselves in the laboratory, so we can do protein replacement therapy with the actual protein that's deficient.
All right. And another question from Kim Glasser, wondering if EoE is similar to a reflux esophagitis.
Yes, it is similar. It has similar presentations, but it's really caused by something that's quite unique. Eosinophilic esophagitis is an allergic disease where reflux is really associated with acid from the stomach going into the esophagus. So the
Okay.
symptoms can be very similar. The presentation can be similar, but unlike reflux, which responds to antacid therapy, EoE is not a disease that's going to typically respond to antacid therapy.
Okay. All right. Well, and that brings up Michelle Underhill's question about the current treatments for EoE, if the acid reflux medications aren't working.
The current treatments for EoE are one, diet, and because EoE is a food allergic disease, if we remove the foods, we will have patients do a lot better. So one of the therapies is dietary based. The other therapy is based on anti-inflammatory drugs that we deliver to the esophagus. And we typically use off-label glucocorticoids, which are basically anti-inflammatory medicines like cortisone that gets topically delivered to the esophagus using a formulation that was originally designed for asthma, but one which we deliver it to the esophagus. These are the formal treatments. However, based on our research, there's a number of different medical medicines and other treatments that are in active investigation. And a number of these are what we call biological agents, which are antibody-based, essentially. Nice dog, John. And
Sorry, I had to
there's a
grab
number
him
of
to stop him
therapies that's on the
barking.
way. One of the exciting areas of research, which goes back quite a number of years now, is that we now have uncovered these critical regulators of the pathway, some of them that you discussed in your book. And we have now drugs that can interfere with some of these pathways. And particularly, we now have medications that we call eosinophil depleting antibodies. So we can take a patient and we can give them a drug that's actually FDA approved now and safe and eliminate eosinophils from the body. So this is something that we're actually pursuing now to understand what the impact is on eosinophilic esophagitis if we remove the eosinophil from the body.
Okay. All right. That's interesting, fascinating research. Absolutely fascinating. So I do, first of all, I have a hilarious comment. Glucocorticoid is my new favorite word. So thank you for introducing that. And for you, John, the question is, if someone isn't familiar with EoE and he's saying, he'd never heard about it before this book, what is it that, and obviously we'd say go read the book and you'd know what you knew, but what is it that you could tell him about the disease that he should know that somebody walking into this Facebook Live didn't understand the disease at all?
What I would say is it's very painful and unsettling feeling, but it's not something that can take over your life. Like when I first got it, I thought that like my whole at least food life was over and it would always be painful, but over time I've realized ways to cope and ways to deal with it, and it's put a lot of things in perspective for me. And I think that's what you should take away from this, that no disease can take away like your freedom or what you like to do or what you enjoy in life.
Good
That's what
attitude.
EoE has taught me.
Okay. And then Caitlin, there's a question here for you. Is this book any good for somebody who has no idea what EoE is?
I think it is. It explains it pretty well. I think at the beginning of the book, it definitely does explain what EoE is, and we spend probably the first half of it doing that. And then afterwards, it gets into the more technical things that if you came in not knowing, you wouldn't get, but you have the first half of the book to explain it to you. So I do totally think that this is a great book, and I would like to remind everyone here to hit the heart button. It will share it to more people on Facebook.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah. Get to know that tech. We are hearing from Amy Zaccarelli from the Eosinophilic Family Coalition. Thank you for joining us, Amy. We really appreciate you being here. There is another question for Caitlin, and I don't know if I mentioned this about Caitlin, but Caitlin is actually a fairly accomplished author for being in 7th grade. Caitlin has started as a research fellow in another charter school called Baden Academy. And in 3rd and 4th grade, she wrote a book called Bats in Danger with Dr. Cassandra Miller Butterworth about the white nose syndrome that bats are dying from. And then in 5th and 6th grade, am I getting that correct?
5th grade was Bats in Danger. 6th grade was the other one.
Sorry, 6th grade is Tagging Bats with Dr. Yossi Yovel from Tel Aviv University, who literally builds little tiny sensor packs that he puts onto bats to measure their everything from their sound waves to their flight patterns to their temperature, and I think there are about 14 different sensors in these little miniaturized sensor packs that these bats fly around with. So her book Tagging Bats is the other one, and so this is her 3rd book. When she joined PA Distance Learning, we pulled her in as a ringer to help us finish quickly, and she did just that. So I am going to ask each of the authors to offer a closing comment. Are there any other? Well, okay, so there is, Caitlin, how is this book different from the other one she wrote?
Dr. Ellen kind of already answered this, but yeah, the other two were about bats and more wildlife, and then the second one was a bit more technical about bats. So the first one was white nose syndrome, a disease that affects bats and is killing them. And then the second one, about RFID technology with bats. So this one is quite different. Different school, different book. Super exciting.
Good. You are amazing. John, and your art and your insight into this disease and your vulnerability to talk honestly about what you're going through is just amazing. So any closing comments from you?
I would say just anyone who's dealing with this horrible disease, that it's not going to control you or take over your life, and we're going to find ways to help deal with it. I've found ways to deal with mine, and I'm sure in the future we'll find even more ways to deal with it and overpower this this beast.
All right. And Andrew, any closing comments?
Sure. Yeah. Just, I guess, thank you once again all for coming. We definitely appreciate it. I've enjoyed working with this team. And as you can see, we have an accomplished team with Caitlin and everything she's done, and John and his work and sharing his story, and obviously Dr. Rothenburg and Ellen. And really the goal of this book was to contribute to the effort of finding a cure for this, and if not, bringing some peace of mind to those struggling with it. And I guess that's very relevant in today's climate, as we all kind of need some peace of mind right now. So I hope that everyone is staying safe. And once again, thank you for coming.
So I know we didn't get to all the comments, and we will be replying in the line. I have a few shout outs. I've seen some people here from Curad and from AppFed and from Seeger. And obviously we have the wizard overall, Dr. Rothenberger, although you may get some ribbing, and I'm waiting for that patient to show up and really give you a wizard hat. That will come. Couple of shout outs. This project was only possible because of PA Distance Learning Charter School. This is a public charter school. It's a cyber charter school that makes it possible to blend together great teaching and cool technology, outstanding academic growth. The Rothenburg lab and Cincinnati Children's Hospital do it all. They have everything from pioneering breakthrough treatments, outstanding family-centered patient care, and this spectacular program that's dedicated to training healthcare professionals for the future. We are thrilled that all the proceeds from the book are directed to their ongoing good work. And I will turn the mic over to Dr. Rothenberg. Oh, if you want to purchase the book, I'm so sorry, a link has been put in chat. It is available on lulu.com. It'll soon be on Amazon. And there's a short link there, bit.ly at unlock EoE. So, but Dr. Rothenberg, do you want to wizard us out?
Yes, I want to really congratulate all of you. I want to thank Ellen and Andrew and the fabulous work of Mayana and Caitlin and John in putting together a terrific project. And I'm very impressed to see the types of energy and really the final product. Thank you all very much. On behalf of my research lab at Cincinnati Children's, I want to let you all know that this is very inspiring to all of us. We are working around the clock to solve the mysteries of eosinophilic esophagitis, to solve the secrets, as you mentioned in your book. And we are proud to know that we're having a contribution. And nothing short of the cure is what we're heading for. And we won't stop until we beat this disease. And every step along the way counts. Every small step is one step closer to a better treatment and a cure. And this is the direction we're heading. So for all those patients and the patient advocacy groups that are also logging in here, please be rest assured that my team in the research lab, as well as others working with us through the group consortium of eosinophilic GI disease researchers, SEGRA group, are very dedicated to continuing to plow through this disease and bring this disease to an end. Thank you very much, and you can be sure that we'll take any donations that you offer, especially through the proceeds of this book, and use it very carefully. I also invite anyone to contact me with any questions that they have. If they want to come visit the lab to see what it's like to do research, we certainly welcome you to do that. And you should know that we're here for you, and we'll continue to remain in contact with this wonderful group that Ellen has led forward. Thank you very much again, John and Caitlin and Andrew, for putting this together.
Thank you. And thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming, making our first Facebook Live event so successful. I appreciate it. We'll see you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.